ago, before I was ever born. In fact, probably before my mom was born.
And then, but Dad, but from the brick that you made, the other one that you actually laid, they took some of that brick because they needed more brick for here.
Grandpa. Yeah,
so some of the bricks that they retook them.
It would be 3 grades.
They had to buy that big mansion up on. It was up there 4 or 5 miles. So rich guy had to be enough brick to do this.
Hey, you know what? JJ would like the story.
We're down the old Tabernacle to make this temple. There wasn't enough brick on the old Tabernacle that my grandpa made to do the job, and they wanted all the same brick. But there was a great big mansion, a big rich man had built up there on the other end of the valley. He wasn't a member of the church, but it was an old mansion and nobody was living in it. So they went to this old guy to get him to sell him that old house so they could tear down the house and get the brick. And he wouldn't sell it. I'm not going to sell that to a bunch of Mormons. 3 or 4 days later, he came back to the people in charge and says, I haven't slept for 3 days. An angel won't let me sleep. You can have this house. So we tore down the house and got the brick and built the temple.
And all the brick
okay,
was...
listen, now do we need to stop at the service station and get gas? That wasn't on this.
I know, but they want to hear it.
Well, when we went through Naples, you saw that nice church on that side. You see that big place where it looked like it could have been a window? Well, there used to be a big stained glass there.
It was all white on the front.
It's been blocked in with brick now. When they remodeled the building a few years ago, they took that stained one. Anyway, they was building this house, or the new building, or church house. I helped build that church house, by the way.
That's the one with the story
that
I told.
Maybe we should go there.
And they were...
I'd like to see it.
We went right by it.
We didn't go.
None of us looked. I didn't know we were driving by it.
Anyway,
only a couple of them came to volunteer, and it was...
They had ordered this big stained glass from back east, I forgot where. And it was huge. So big that they had to get a crane to lift it up. And they'd framed in the spot for it to fit on the crane, because they had sent the measurements to the people that made the glass window. And they came and they had this crane to lift it up, and it was too big, it wouldn't go in. So that, well, we got to tear the whole wall down and rebuild the wall to fit this glass. And my Uncle Asa said, no, brethren, we're not going to do that. He went off by himself and prayed and came back and says, lift her up again, boys, try it. Right in. And then he fought and wind that place for that window to go in.
Wow.
That's what kind of a guy my Uncle Asa was. Okay, now do you need gas, anybody, to go home? Or should we fill up with gas when we get back to that place where we gassed up on?